will now move on to the technology category. What are your thoughts on using social media as a tool for student engagement and communication within the school community? We will start with Foresight.
Social media can be beneficial in terms of its prominence with the youth and how much we use it and how it's really widespread and you can reach out to a lot of people. And though it can be beneficial, it shouldn't be the sole form of outreach. We have lots of platforms in BCPS, such as Schoology, that we do tend to post on often. That is a platform that we're able to reach out to every single student in the county. I think a combination of various resources, such as Schoology, social media, direct outreach, and direct school visits is a great form of outreach to talk to all students in Baltimore County. Relying on one form of outreach is not going to be beneficial because it may not always be accessible for every student in Baltimore County.
Thank you, Foresight. Sophie?
Yes, I agree with Foresight. Social media is a great tool for communication. And as she said, it should not be the only form of communication that the elected SMOB should use to communicate with the students. However, this question does address if we think it is a good tool for students to use. And I do believe it's a great tool. I think it's a really great way for the SMOB to connect with the student body, as most students are really present on social media. Most students have a significant presence on social media, so interacting and engaging with them in a way that they are really attuned to is super important. So by sharing what's happening in Board of Education meetings via social media, students are more engaged with what's actually happening. Unfortunately, not all students read the Schoology posts that are sent out. So if we engage with students in a mode that they are more comfortable with and they use more often, it's a really great way to ensure that students are engaged with what's happening with the Board of Education and with policies that are actually affecting them.
Thank you so much, Sophie and Foresight, for your responses. Our next question in technology is, what role do you think students should play in shaping technology policies within the school district? And we'll begin with Sophie.
Yes, I believe that students should have a pretty significant input in decisions made about and surrounding technology. As I said before, social media is a huge presence that students really use to engage with their peers and with the school. So using different modes of technology such as social media, such as Schoology, and such as emails to really engage with students is super important. But hearing student input and hearing what they say about the technology is super important. We are all teenagers here and we all know the newest updates to technology and different forms of social media. So hearing from students, the ones that are actually using it the most, is super important. It's very important to hear from the people that are directly impacted by it and the people that are directly affected by it.
Thank you. Foresight?
So as the students impacted by these policies, it's really important that we play a huge role in the development of them. But even beyond that, as such an evolving generation, the use of technology is so prominent in our day-to-day lives and will continue to be prominent in future professions and future endeavors. I think we need to teach technological literacy in schools by having students play a role developing policies about technology use. Having students be an active voice in the development of these policies will teach them effective ways to use technology and train them for the future, preparing them for other endeavors that they might engage in their life when it comes to the use of technology.
Thank you.